everyone, my name is Cherie, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. Today I took a trip to Joann's because they had 50 to 70% off on the outside of the store. The parking lot was completely full, but once I entered the store, I realized that hardly anybody was at the cash register and nobody's cart was full. And I was like, this is not going to be a good sign. You'll have to forgive me because I had to keep cutting on and off the camera to avoid recording people. Inside of the store, there was a lot of kid print fabrics left over, and I think that virtually nobody wanted those fabrics because they were quite ugly, to be honest. There was some garment making fabrics left, but it wasn't really anything that I would be interested in purchasing because the overwhelming majority of it was all synthetic. They also had a lot of cotton flannel materials left, and I like cotton flannel material because I use it to make things like dishcloths. They didn't really have any good prints. Most of it was just plaids. I know you can work at the store and get you a 30% off deal, but I don't think it's worth the headache because those employees look super frustrated. On the other side of the store, they had refilled the yarn. The last time I was in there, there was no yarn left, so they have completely restocked. I was disappointed in the prices given for the yarn because they were only offering 40% off. And I know that that's just a regular price for Joann. So it was like it was no discount at all. And I just walked out of that part of the store empty-handed because I was not about to spend my coins on something that was just regular price with a sale price slapped on it as if it was on sale. The other thing is I have always been dissatisfied with Joann's yarn because they have yarn that is mostly synthetic, and I do know that a lot of people like polyester blended yarns because they glide well on the crochet hook and they feel good against the skin. But for me personally, that does not work. I prefer to use 100% cotton or wool minus the lanolin, simply because one, I have a lot of skin issues and my skin does not like synthetic materials, and also because I'm just trying to stay away from synthetic materials in general. I know that it feels rougher on the skin, but once you get to wearing it, it is really comfortable. I digress. But anyways, the next thing that I did was I went over to the pattern cabinet, and the patterns were marked down for real, and most of the patterns that were there were gone. And I just wouldn't want to spend my coins on patterns knowing that I can just draft my own and have them fit right away rather than having to buy a pattern and then grade it down or change it to make it fit me. I feel like that's a waste of time. So from there, I just walked out of Joann's empty-handed, but I do understand that there's different sale prices at different Joann's depending on which liquidator purchased the business. Have you all found any great deals at Joann's? If so, what? Please let me know because I would love to hear about it. Also, I'll say, where do you plan on shopping now that Joann's is closed? Me personally, I'm not going to miss Joann's at all, but I'm sure that some of you may. Please let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, as I'd love to hear from you, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.